Eagle Double G.
Hey everyone, this is Rochelle. Thanks for clicking on my video. And I came in today to talk about the case of Korryn Gaines. Now, you guys might remember Korryn. She is the 23-year-old young black woman who was shot in her home by the police. If you remember this story, she was the young woman that was holed up in her apartment with her two children and her boyfriend. Now, during the standoff, this 6-hour standoff, the boyfriend escaped the apartment. The police came in, Korryn had a gun, and they shot her and killed her. And also, in this hail of bullets, they injured her son, Cody. Just recently, after her family took this case to court, you know, they felt that it was a wrongful death. So just recently, this case has been settled. And I came in today to ask, what is your opinion of the outcome? The jury has awarded the family over $37 million. What the jury has said is that the first shots, those very first shots that were fired at Korryn by Corporal Royce Ruby, they said that they were not reasonable, and therefore they violated both Korryn's civil rights as well as her son Cody. Now, there was a breakdown in how they distributed this money uh, within Korryn's family. They gave $32 million to Korryn's son Cody because he was actually shot during all of this. They also gave $4.5 million to her daughter Carson. They gave $300,000 to her father, $307,000 to her mother, and actually $300,000 to the estate of Korryn Gaines. A jury, a jury who heard all of the evidence, has now deemed that this murder was unjustified. Now, I know when I did my original video, like I said, you guys cannot imagine the number of people that believe that because this young woman held the police at bay for 6 hours, holed up in her own apartment with a gun, that she actually deserved to die. Now, when I did my first video, I asked the question, if they knew that this woman, had a weapon and that there were two children in the apartment, why didn't they call in like a hostage negotiator or a mental health provider or allow her family to come and try to talk to her to get her out of the apartment? Why did they storm the apartment and ultimately shoot her? Those were the questions that I had in my first video. Now, a lot of people, they said that no matter what, she deserved to die. That the police told her to put down the gun and she didn't do it, so she deserved to be shot and killed. I thought that there were other ways in which they can get her out of that apartment. We have seen so many other people who are in the commission of a crime since Korryn's death who the police were able to talk out. Korryn didn't kill anyone. Let me say that again. She did not kill anyone. The police were there in her home about traffic tickets. They weren't there because she was accused of hurting anyone, killing anyone. She didn't go out to a school, a movie theater, a concert venue, or a government building to do harm to anyone. She was in her home with a gun that by law she was authorized to possess, and the police showed up at her home. And, they told her they wanted her to come out. She refused and, you know, held them at bay in her apartment. And she refused to, obey their orders. Now, my thing is, because you refuse to obey orders, your sentence is death. We just had a young man, 19 years old, who went to a school and shot and killed 17 people, injured 12 more, terrorized an entire school, bullets flying everywhere, children screaming, shaking, calling their parents, saying to their parents, I may not get out of here alive. I love you, mom. If I see you, then that's good. If I don't, I just want you to know I love you. We also had a shooter in Las Vegas who opened fire over a crowd of concert goers, just shooting all willy nilly, killing people. You had someone down in Florida at a Pulse nightclub, killed up, what, 45, 50 people there? This young woman did not commit a crime like that. She was not charged with killing anyone, hurting anyone. They were there about a fucking traffic ticket. And because she would not come out, they killed her. Is that just? Well, a lot of people who watched my video, they thought it was. They thought, and I'm going to say it again, that she deserved to die. They thought she deserved to die. During all of that, her child was there. He witnessed all that. People said that that was her fault, and maybe it was. You know, maybe because she didn't give up, she was the reason why, you know, all of this happened. Well, the jury didn't think so. They believed that it was all unjustified. I guess they were saying in what they awarded Corinne's family that there was another way to have handled that situation, and they did not believe that murder was the answer. And once the jury speaks, then that's the final word. Now, they said that the police department may appeal the decision, because they felt that it was a justified killing. You know, they always do when it comes to us. It's justified no matter what. It's just funny to me how they are able to call in mental health uh, providers and hostage negotiators when the subject is white. But it just seems that when the person that is being accused, the person that they're there to get, is a person of color, it, there is an issue. They shoot first and ask questions later. We've all seen it. We've all complained about it. We've all gotten angry over it. Well, finally, a jury, which only took a few hours to come to this decision, has said, you know what? Not in this case. In this case, this young woman's civil rights were violated. Again, this 23-year-old young woman was in her own apartment with her gun, which a lot of these white people now are all up in arms about, you know, leave us alone with our guns. We have a right, to have a gun. What is that? The Second Amendment. No, I might be wrong. Correct me if I am. But, the Constitution tells us that we have a right to bear arms. Well, Corinne had her gun. Did she not have a right to bear arms? In her own home, she wasn't out in the street threatening people with that gun. She wasn't anywhere shooting people and all of that. But her sentence was death. Well, y'all, Corinne is gone. Her estate has been awarded money, her children have been awarded money, and her parents have been awarded money. My opinion is that the outcome of this trial was correct, because those jury members were sitting in that courtroom and they were listening to all of the evidence that was presented against Corinne. And after listening to that, they said, this is some bullshit. This is some bullshit. This did not have to go down like this. There was another way to have handled this situation. And because the jury felt that way, when it came back for the verdict, they said, we are going to award damages to this family because these children lost their mother, these parents lost their child, and we do not feel that the death of this young woman was justified. Now, of course, once I post this video, there are going to be haters all down in the comments. You guys come back periodically and just read the amount of hate that is going to be spewed towards this young woman and this verdict. Read the things that they say about this. Remember, Corinne was not charged with hurting anyone. She was not charged with murder or assault or anything like that. Remember, she was in her own home with her gun, which by law she was legally able to possess. I'd like to hear you guys' comments. Put them down in the comment section and let's wait for the haters. As always, guys, thanks for watching my video and I will see you in the next one. You guys have a great day now. Bye-bye.